这一集的玩法有点特殊，主持人推来了身为南半球唯一乐高大师的评委做的模型，准备演示一下。这个我之前在美版上就看过，不就是用风吹扇叶吗？我上我家给你拉膝盖。以前美版的这个挑战只要求扛住风不碎就行了，今天的比赛在此基础上还要加上动力难度，这下就完全不是一个 level 了。接着评委还要办掉动力组，任何带电的都不能用，模型有且只有来自风扇的动力。节目组在时间上依旧非常抠门，只给10小时。兄弟组要做一只毛毛虫，他们的创意非常可爱，虫子密密麻麻，毛茸茸的小脚们会随着风晃动起来。他们做了多个曲柄连杆结构，先这样再那样把它们相连接，就实现了这个想法。学会了吗？他们做着做着就发现这一期的对手们有点强，毛毛虫的设计逐渐的被比了下去，故事太单薄，但改要怎么改呢？这时候 Brickman 前来救场，提醒他们还有一个上一期赢下的钛金砖特权，那就是一个 Big Fan。
We've decided they should win the very, very big fan.
Like, I know, I'm just such a big fan. Me and my friends, we all have these.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Build.
And you got your tonsils out recently, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's off limits. Yikes.
Yeah. And do you still have them, or like, where are they?
虽然遭到了一些次生的干扰，但他们最后还是顺利将故事元素丰满了不少。一只毛毛虫爬上了木头，它戴着护目镜和一双小翅膀，试图让自己敦实的身体像蝴蝶那样飞起来。故事是故事，直面风扇的时候，毛毛虫可别真的飞出去。
Okay. I'm going to start her up at 50%.
先开50%的风力，
The little ones.
Flowers are in motion. All right,
地
here
上
we
的
go.
花朵旋转得很带劲。
Take her up to 70.
Please don't actually fly.
Come on. Come on.
70%，毛毛虫还是静止不动。
I'm going to take it up a little bit more. I'm going to take it to 80. Yeah.
80%，
Oh, we're so close.
虽然前面已经看过它的动态原理，但看到效果还是觉得意外的生动。
I'm taking it to full power. Full power.
最大风力下，吸软管零件做的触须微微抖动着，仿生感一绝。
Look at it go.
Go us, right?
要说如果没看后面的作品，我真觉得这必须是冠军了。欢乐组准备做的是一只行走的三角龙，把涡轮放在底座中，
And so it looks like it's just magically just
他们用的是原型驾驶舱的挡风玻璃零件，这样就可以把风扇藏起来，像他们测试时的这样。不出所料，这创意果然被 Brickman 逮到
I'm
了
going。to tell you two stories, and you tell me which story you like.
Yeah.
There's the story of the dinosaur that loved to eat plants and is very happy and all's well.
Yeah.
Then there's the story of the dinosaur, which is being chased by a bigger dinosaur, and it's very dramatic, and everyone loves it. Which one of those two dinosaur stories do you like? I know which story I like.
yeah.
好的设计通常会触发 Brickman 的被动，送出一道附带夺冠机会的加分题。但仔细想想，这个计划要在10小时内实现，比登天还难。
If we're going to include 2 dinosaurs, we need to build the second set of turbines.
We've just had to be realistic. We need a finished model.
只完成一只总比2个都没完成的好，所以他们决定放弃 Brickman 的加分题。最后展示阶段，2个人的表情非常颓丧，但 Brickman 依旧给出了鼓励。
You found a way to hide the fact that it's wind powered. The fact that you've stealth powered this, that's next level. From a technical perspective, I mean, that mechanism to get all 4 legs working independently of each other, that's unreal.
50%涡轮机启动了，这时候我才知道他们10小时都花在哪儿了。恐龙4肢的动作非常流畅，涡轮机的设计保证了机械绝对能运行，美观差了点儿，但难度上直接拉满。
Can you get the Hamish brake bonus point?
姐妹组这次还是在自己的擅长的领域内求稳，搭一个旋转8音盒。测试的时候发现主角旋转的有些吃力，这还没加上头发和裙子，但自信姐一意孤行。
The only reason she ended up that size is because she needs to be strong to withstand the wind, and I don't want to lose the 2.5 hours I spent building. I'm not wasting any time. I've got a long way to go. So we need to keep her. I'm so glad.
在拼完整个人物后，机械部分更是被压得无法运作。
She's not wobbling very much. Yeah, I'm watching her.
走投无路下，他们将后面的小舞女和主角调了位置，但别说这样好像和谐多了，就是小人不知道能不能扛住风力。
Come on, propeller.
Just give it a push.
70%风力没有带动风扇，直接上到最高等级。
Full power.
Spin, spin, spin.
Oh,
Here we go.
come on.
最后风扇很给面子的带着小舞女转了一圈。
She did a full rotation.
I reckon we play it. I reckon we play it.
胡子小哥组计划做一个站在音响上的摇滚吉他手，下面的部分看似是音响，其实是用来藏机械的地方。
Like there's a lot of engineering here. This is the motion of the head, and this is the motion of the arm. And the head bang and the strum need to be happening in a rhythm that kind of makes sense musically.
当风吹动模型，乐手就会像这样摇摆。他们把前面进风口做成了音响的保护网。第二次测试时，机械上也能够实现。唯一的问题就是他们复杂的机械效果导致卡住的概率也更大。
And then he stops. Why does he stop?
For some reason, it stops.
原片也是在最终效果上留了个悬念。先看他们的成品，一个吉他乐手站在音响上表演着自己的独奏曲。胡子小哥组在细节上从不让人失望。
And there's got to be at least 20 different gears.
Yeah, 20 things that could go wrong.
All will go perfectly right.
3, 2, 1, we're fanning.
他们前面测试传动上有过失误，所以两个人都非常紧张。
Yeah, take it up.
Let's take it to 75.
75. All right.
We're going to take it up a sniff more.
Can we go 80?
Come on! Come on!
Play!
Drop, drop, drop! Drop! Stop!
All right, I'm going to 100.
Go to 100, yeah.
风力已经提高到100%，都快要结束测试了。就在以为失败一组的时候，吉他手终于开始了鬼畜的演奏。前面这几组都有惊无险的完成了展示，但后面的夫妇组就没这么顺利了。夫妇组这次的选题依旧是动物，一只跑滚轮的仓鼠，听着很有创意，但仔细想想就发现很难，需要强大执行力支撑。
But because Technics isn't our go-to, we're having some difficulties making the gears that turn the fan turn the wheel.
不仅风扇要带动跑步机，跑步机里的仓鼠还要动起来。看到最后成品仓鼠和跑步机分开了，就知道他们这里的机械研究失败了。但想到了一个曲线救国的办法，在仓鼠下面安了小车轮，再放在滚轮里。
Hey, get out of 50. May God have mercy on missiles.
It's trying.
最高风速，轮子还是没能流畅的动起来，但抗风分数是拿到了。接下来到了友谊组这里，前面也说过小哥是法学生，所以他们这一期要做一个法师。一个白胡子法师正在搓法球，风一吹，法师的手就会像在做法一样摆动。他们不擅长机械组，所以刚做完机械骨架就去做实验了。
Okay, we'll take it a little
Let's crank him
higher.
up, yeah.
Dislocated arm. It's kind of fast.
结构能跑通，但法师的胳膊脱臼了，需要加大固定力度。
Looks pretty cool, Caleb.
I've got my head that I've spent 2 hours on in a million pieces in front of me.
此时距离交卷只有很短的时间，
5 minutes. 5 minutes to go.
短短几分钟内，小哥以惊人的手速将法师修好了。不愧是法学生，法师的脸拼得很标致，有套装那味儿了。法师正在通过咒语书施法，旁边蹲着他的白手套黑猫。评委也认为这是他们目前最强的作品。
I actually can't believe what we're looking at, that you got it back into one piece. Next question, how strong is that piece?
施法开始，50%的风力，
Oh man.
风力上升到70%。
We're cracking it, Al. Come on, wizard!
巫师的帽子非常突然的掉了，和测试时一样，胳膊直接脱臼。
He's doing a Titanic!
能被风克制了，我猜应该是土系法师。他们这次的创意和造型都很棒，可惜传动的强度不够。全部展示完毕后，主持人宣布这不是淘汰赛，仓鼠轮和小巫女这两组应该是松了口气。前2名还是没有很大悬念的摇滚歌手和毛毛虫，感觉这两组一直在对决，其他人都在争第3。评委还特别提到了友谊组的法师。
I'd just like to give a special shout out here to Caleb and Alex, because I'll be honest with you, that last couple of minutes, if that hadn't happened, I can guarantee you would be standing here.
这集的冠军各有优势，真的太难分了。接下来就由主持人来公布 Brickman 的选择结果。
Titanium brick of triumph goes to... SFX. We couldn't split you, so we split the brick.
不多说了，澳版 YYDS 好吧。这一集的选手们的发挥都太精彩了。 唯一的遗憾就是10小时比赛时间太短，如果能给到12.3个小时，这集的几个作品估计可以载入史册了。下一期
On the road to finals week. Go! Teams take the competition to incredible new heights.